Today's Welker original product is the WelkerJet control valve. Bob Welker in 1958 invented a most creative, unique, and innovative control valve that has not been matched in the industry since. In the years that have followed since that time, the control valve has been installed in multiple countries, multiple applications worldwide. One of the features of the control valve is its infinite rangeability. Infinite rangeability means that we have control over the capacity of the valve from 0 to 100% at all stops along the way. This allows us to have an application where we might see a larger capacity later on and a small capacity need at this time, and we can install the larger valve and it will control the smaller flow as well as when it gets up to the larger application. Another feature of the valve is because of the straight through flow path, it's very, very quiet and there's less turbulence created by this valve. A straight through flow path allows for lack of turbulence that is seen in most conventional valves where the flow direction is redirected before it comes out the back of the control valve. With the WelkerJet and the straight through flow design, that turbulence is nearly eliminated, and as a result of that, the valve is very, very quiet. Another feature of the straight through flow path is that the energy that is created by compression upstream of the valve is not stripped out by going through the valve in the turbulent flow path. So the exit of the valve has very, very high recovery. And this is very desirable in applications so that we don't have to have additional compressor stations along the pipeline, and the energy that's put in is maintained and preserved on the outlet of the control valve. Because of the design of the valve, we have very, very large capacity for each size. It's more capacity than typical conventional valves of the same size, with the exception of a ball valve that would be wide open and give full pipeline diameter. But the control valve, because of the flow path, because of the design, our 2-inch valve actually has more capacity than typical 2-inch valves, same with the 4, the 6, and the 8-inch valves. The most recent design of the WelkerJet is the top entry version, and this top entry version allows us to have an excellent maintenance feature simply by removing the top of the valve and reaching in, pulling out the control element, which is the inner valve, replacing it and putting it back in service. Instead of having 2 or 3 people to disassemble the pipeline and pull the valve out of the pipeline, it's simply a one-man operation to go out and replace the inner valve in the control valve and put it back in service. Another feature of the control valve of the inner valve is the fact that because it's rubber, it can go out and reach the side of the wall of the pipe. It can seal off against well slag or anything that might be obstructing a typical hard seat valve or an open and close valve, metal to metal. With the inner valve, it's very forgiving, can go out, and actually the inner valve can take damage and still operate 100% functionally, because as you squeeze on the inner valve, it will forgive whatever damage has been done to the inner valve itself. These features make the WelkerJet a most favorable control valve for many, many applications. The fact that it's quieter so that it can be installed nearer to neighborhoods without additional insulation or noise reduction features, because of the straight through flow path with the recovery of the energy that goes in, makes it economical and efficient for your control valve applications, because of the sealing capabilities and giving the positive shutoff, because of the ease of maintenance. All of these make the WelkerJet to be a very desirable control valve for your applications in natural gas. For additional information on the WelkerJet, I would encourage you to go to welker.com or call our sales staff at Welker here in Sugar Land. Pioneers in innovation and quality products, Welker's solutions are unmatched. The WelkerJet control valve is one of the many products in the Welker original portfolio. Don't depend on the derivative. Trust the original. Welker leads.